He's Nick, I'm Matt, and we're insufficient.
Hey, Matt.
Hi, Nick. It's Soundcheck day.
Oh, I love Soundcheck.
Soundcheck is the best day.
I feel like for all of the preparing that we do throughout the week, the Soundcheck is like a free day where we just talk about stuff we're going to talk about in the future.
I totally forgot that when you faded that out, you did like a back and forth fade, and it I was like, what is that? Something's skipping.
Yeah, it gets weird.
It gets real weird real fast. I get real weird real fast, by the way.
That is true.
I can.
To everybody out there, do not underestimate Matt's ability to get weird quick.
I do, however, because it's important to me, this weekend, my brother and sister-in-law graduated from college, and I want to shout them out, Evan and Alex. We love you, and we are super proud of you, and just wanted to let you guys know from your cool brother-in-law.
Dude, why aren't you out there right now partying with these people in Government Center?
I'll tell you why. Because I'm 39 years old, and I take
Dude, you're 39? We have known each other
I'm 38.
Forever.
I'm 38.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so this is the reason
that's not much better.
They actually asked me,
yeah,
you should come out with us.
You should go out with them.
And I was like, how is this going to play out? Number one, I can't because I have to get up in the morning, and I have kids to get to school, and I have work and all that shit. So there's that. How is that going to look? A 30-year-old out with 22-year-olds. Like, at some point, I'm throwing up. And there's going to be a conversation when they hand me a glass that has grapefruit in it. I have to tell them, I can't have that because you know what? I actually just started a statin, and that's not going to react well with me. And then I have to go through that conversation with them. Like, dude, no. Well, let's go to Government Center. I think they were headed down to Government Center. I said, don't go to Government Center. Why? Like,
yeah, you guys could go to Government Mule and fucking listen to Mike.
They would never dig that. Actually, my brother-in-law might, but yeah. No, not my sister-in-law. But like, I would go to Brighton. That's where I told him to go. I said, go to Brighton.
Oh my God, I would go to Brighton right now.
Yeah, let's go to Brighton. Anyways, we love you. We're proud of you. So that's all I wanted to say for that.
And we're still celebrating Paige's birthday.
Oh, it's the week. It's the
Paige's
week of
birthday week.
It's the week of Paige. You didn't let that ride out. You cut that fucker off.
Let me
real
tell you
quick.
something. This
what
thing
are you,
is
Fishman?
Like, oh my God. There we
you're
go.
Fishman.
I'm Fishman.
Cup. Yeah. Happy birthday, Paige. We love you.
You're the man, Paige.
The man.
Yeah.
The tuna fish man.
He does love tuna fish.
I love tuna fish.
Oh my God.
This
is weird. Like, so we were off last week. We recorded a strange episode where I'm in the bathroom.
So it was actually, it threw me off like major.
I listened to that episode. The sound on my end is horrible.
It's bad.
Very sorry.
And you're wearing some really weird headphones.
I was. Those are my kids' headphones.
I know. It would be cute on your kid. On you? Not so much.
Not so cute.
Not so cute.
It's nice to be back, but like
it's great.
It's been like a week and a half since we recorded here, and like it's not set up the way I wanted. It feels weird. I'm like,
I love it. We're back to it.
I'm lounging in the chair.
I feel like people missed us.
I missed people. You know?
Though people did laugh when I said that you talk too much.
Well, that is just fucking rude.
Our buddy Giabi. He was like, Nick talks too much.
Yeah, he's right. he's absolutely right. Okay, so let's get down to business. Today's Soundcheck. Okay, tomorrow's International Jams.
Okay.
Which I think is some people's favorite show. I don't know why. They like Phish playing outside the country. And one thing I do want to talk about tomorrow is the possibility of Phish playing Brazil. Here's why.
Ooh, I love that idea.
Oh, okay, good. Because all of the largest concerts in the world all take place in this one venue in Rio, and it has literally like millions and millions of people attending.
Do you think they're huge in Brazil?
I think that they could get 1 million people to come see them in Brazil. Yes.
I do too. Phish in Brazil. That is something they need to do. Okay, I want Phish in Brazil. I want Phish in Disney. I want Phish in Japan. Well, they've already done Japan. Colombia. You know what I mean? I want Phish to go to different.
I do not want Phish in Colombia. I feel like one of them, probably Fishman, gets kidnapped. No bueno. But don't.
Okay, but in Brazil. Okay,
yeah, they'd be fine in Brazil.
No, I feel like. Listen, I think it's either Paige or Mike who's an ass man. It actually is probably Fishman, and I'm telling you, they ain't coming back. The minute they go to Brazil and they're like, this is the country of ass, and I'm not leaving.
Okay. So, like, the booty be popping?
Booty be popping hard in Brazil.
Gotcha.
You know this. You don't
have to tell me.
I know. And I feel like Fishman would be like, hey, speaking of Fishman, Nick sends me a clip from Jack Fishman. I guess Nick follows Jack Fishman. That's a little creepy. He's like,
what do you mean?
He's like 21 years old.
Recommended to me on everything is recommended. So I like something
he's like
from
20
Phish.
Years old.
Okay, well, I'm not like calling the guy or anything.
I looked at it because I wanted to get a glimpse of Fishman's life that isn't in the band.
Okay.
Right? And so I went through some of his stuff, like kids into fucking guns, into smoking pot, like smoking cigs. Like this guy's fucking like going hard. And like, he's like, yeah, he's shooting guns and shit. And then there's a fucking video of like, they must have been, I don't know, in Spain somewhere. He's sitting there and he's filming his dad. And like, there's a pizza in front of him. He's like, hey, dad. And like, Fishman like looks over at him. He's like, he said like something. He's like, it's really hard. It must be so hard to be this cute. Talking to Fishman. And Fishman didn't even react. He was just like, hey. It was awesome. It's just weird seeing Phish in the wild.
Yes.
I don't know how I feel about it. It's very strange. And he's got like 10 kids.
But so that was the whole reason that I say that is because in that post that Jack put out, there's a whole bunch of pictures of him with other kids, and they all look like little John Fishmans. And I'm like, how many kids does this guy have?
He's got 2 little kids.
It makes me feel better about being an old dad because Fishman's
older than you.
I know, and he's leading the way with kids almost the same. He's
also got more money than you, so he can do this stuff.
That is true.
Like, he's got a lot of money. So, like, he can have people take care of his kids, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's fine.
He's got a nanny.
He's definitely got... I mean it. I don't know how many kids he has, but he has a fuck ton of children. And he's probably got
some kids.
He's got 2 that are like 4 years old, man. He's like...
Shout out to Fishman.
He's Robert De Niroing it all over the place.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Shooting his load.
You know, let's take out your current situation, right? Which you're a happily married guy and all that. Don't rock me with the eyebrow, bro. Okay, so let's just say that
we don't call this the people's eyebrow. We call it the Jewish brow.
At what age would you stop having children? If, like, you know, just in a different universe.
If I had money?
Yeah, whatever, different universe.
It's got to be, no, it can't be different universe. It'd have to be if I had money.
Okay.
Because kids cost money.
Kids do cost money. Dude, I hate that. When my kid was little, everything was free. She would eat off my plate.
Sure.
She would eat off her mom's plate. She got into everywhere for free. And then we started flying on planes. And at that same time, the cost of her became equal to the cost of every other member of the family.
By the way, I will not say how old his child is, but she's still really fucking young. So for Nick to be saying this already, he has no idea what's about to hit him.
He has 4. I say that all the time.
All right, fine. If you say it, that's fine. You want to say it, that's okay. But she's 4 years old, and he's already be like, dude, she costs so much money. He'd be like, you have no
She costs the exact same amount on an airplane as I do.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
Wait till she turns 10 and 14.
Why?
Because the money just goes way up.
That's fine.
So much more as they get older. So, all right, if I had more money, and I was able to plan age gaps, I would still be having kids today potentially. But I think it's important to have proper age gaps because at some point it's just not fair to the oldest. it's not fair to the oldest to keep pumping out kids. And like at some point that older child just they forget about him.
You mean like
look what happened to you?
17 difference between me and the last one? No, I agree with that.
Look what happened to you.
No,
you're like, what's the difference between you and your youngest?
17. 17.
That's crazy.
It's wild. Bless you.
Thank you.
Matt's advice is different than my advice. My advice is leave it in till you're done. Have a kid. There you go.
Leave it in until you're done.
There you go.
Make sure you're getting as much potent material out.
Just keep having those seats. Okay, moving on. So tomorrow we're going to talk about February 21st, 2019. It's a Mexico show. Okay.
What?
And then we're going to talk about Phish playing in Brazil.
That's the best you got?
Dude, it opens up with a Spock's brain. It's a fun show.
Wait, what year? 16?
19. There's a 2001 Into a Bathtub.
I'll listen to it.
Yeah, you're going to love it.
I will listen to it and I won't like it.
Okay.
All right?
Worldwide Wednesday is being created as we speak. And we might even ask one of the questions of the day right now.
No, I'm not. But, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you're not going to tell me when I ask the question of the day. It's not time. It is absolutely not even that time
Dude,
yet.
I lobbed you a softball.
I know, but you understand that I have to go back and find these things. So I need it at a specific time so I can do that. Anyways, I do have to say something.
Okay.
I'm noticing a very scary trend in influencers in the Phish community recently.
Okay, hit me.
And I'm not digging it.
Do you want to talk about it now or Wednesday?
Now. We have time now. And it's a sound check, so this is the time to do it.
Is this on?
Is this thing on? Hello? I'm seeing people get on, and we've done this sometimes. I'm not going to lie. We will say some things to get some engagement, right? And that's okay. It happens. We got to do it sometimes just to get the juices flowing. But I'm seeing people that don't know this band very well start to say things that they have no fucking idea about, or they're doing gags with their music in a situation that has nothing to do with the band. Or there's one specific girl that, what's a custy? What's a custy?
I don't know. What? Dude, you explained to me what a chomper was last week or the week before. You think I know what a custy is?
I don't know what it is, but this girl, she's like some fucking neo hippie. Like, she's like, I hate it when people call me like custy, like you're such a custy, and like that's all she says, and all she wants to do is like just piss people off, and I'm getting really tired of it. And she's like teaming up with like one other girl. And they're being obnoxious together, and like I don't like it. And people,
but aren't you now giving them what they want? Which is a negative spotlight of attention.
It is, but it doesn't matter. They know that they're being idiots.
I know now.
Now you know that. Yeah, you're not a real fan. We know you're not real fans. That's fine. You want to do your thing, do your thing. And like one of these girls has a bunch of different avenues to do her thing. So not sure why she decided to take the Phish route. Nick, you might be able to answer that. You've seen her a couple of times. Why is she doing it like this?
Well, first, what's interesting...
Custy means, in jam band culture, especially in Phish circles, a custy, short for customer, is a mildly derogatory term used to describe a fan who is seen as clueless or new to the scene, overplaying for tickets, merch, or drugs, treating the scene like a transaction rather than being a part of the community vibe, to clean cut or mainstream. That's this girl. So that's why people are saying she's a custy. She's a poser. It's a poser. She is a custy.
Okay, but on Wednesday, I want to come back to this, and I want to talk about it because in 1994, when I was going to shows, I was told I was a poser, right?
Yeah.
By people that
no. I get it.
And
yes,
but I'm not saying she's not a custy or a poser, but what I am saying is I do want to talk about that because there has to be room for new fans. And I was thinking the other day
I get it.
that I kind of feel like the scene has evolved to the point where it's a lot more loving and caring of everybody who comes in. If you turn out to be trash, you get thrown out. But I do think the door's open.
Yeah. So agreed. Yeah. Yes, new fans, great. And one of the girls, I'm not going to say her name, but one of the girls, totally cool. I'm happy she's getting into Phish. I just don't like what she's starting to do with it now that she's getting into the scene. She's using it to her advantage, and it's fucking painfully obvious. And I don't like it. And it looks bad. It looks just really bad. And like, all right, you just seem super desperate. I get you're getting your hits, but you're clearly not making too much money off of this. And you're never going to be. Like, you're not. You're not going to make that much money. Nick and I are not in this to make a lot of money. We love talking about this band. So that's why we're doing it. And some of the shit we say might upset people, but we have put our fucking time into this group. And if you want to be a new fan and you want to dive into the scene and see what it's all about and get involved and read the fucking book and whatever, that is totally cool. But when you start like literally trying to make money and get followers off this shit just to be a fucking prick, I'm sorry. You're not going to win. You are not going to win.
Read the book.
Read the fucking book. Actually, that's all I got to say to you two ladies. Read the fucking book. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you just don't know.
Read the book.
Read the book.
All right. So that's Wednesday. Wednesday, we're coming back. I'm talking about being a new fan in 2025 because I like you guys out there.
Yeah.
Not all of you, but some of you. And then Thursday is the return of This Day in Phish-tory. I got another one. So we did something really interesting, or we were supposed to do something really interesting last week, and then we had technical difficulty. But I found another really interesting run. It's May 22nd, year is 2000, and it's Radio City Music Hall.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll say no more. So that's what we're going to do on Thursday.
Super squish.
And then we got Big Money Friday.
Big Money Friday, which, Elisa, now that we're back, we will be talking to Elisa and reviewing one of the shows like we always do. And we are super appreciative of her and hope she's doing well. Wish her the best always.
My segment on Friday is going to be all about Paige because it's Paige week. And Paige clearly doesn't try to make more money or do anything really except for playing Phish and be really good at piano. And so I've got some ideas for Paige, and I'm just going to throw them out there. And you know what?
Actually, let's take this one step further.
Okay.
If we can have one of these ladies on to talk to them about, have a real fucking conversation, I invite it. I think we tried. I think
you're not letting it go, are you?
I'm not. I think we tried with one, but it's falling through. I'll try with the other. And I want to get their take. I don't want any bullshit. You're not going to act with us. That's just not who we are. And we will absolutely fucking eat you alive if you try to do it. But we'll sit here, have an honest conversation. You don't need to plug anything. We're not going to plug anything that you do. We're just here to talk about
we'll
Phish.
Drop your social media handle.
Maybe. We'll see.
Definitely. If you come on the show, you can say who you are.
We'll see. We'll see what kind of a fucking mood I'm in.
Okay.
But listen.
I got to get better sound effects. Can't just be...
Yeah, no.
Why is that so delayed?
I got a question.
Okay. For me?
Yeah, or for everybody. Okay. Phish or Dead, who actually has the better fan base?
It's Phish.
Well, I would obviously going to say that.
Okay.
But there's a ton of people that would definitely disagree with you.
I think that...
And they all probably smell super bad, but they will disagree with you.
I think in terms of... It's interesting, right? You answer the question first. Let me put my thoughts together on this.
Okay, but I'm only answering it as someone that's been only in this scene. So it's kind of... But I've seen the people in the Dead scene. So I really like Phish fans because it's not just about Phish. They listen to all sorts of music, in my opinion. You're going to have those crossover Dead fans where they're just like, the Wooks, right? But you're going to get different types of fans with Phish. With the Dead, I feel like you're just getting the Dead fans, and that's what they are. But I don't know. Again, I'm speaking from I've never experienced a Dead show, so I really can't say. I've been to Phil-ish and Friends, but I've never been to a Dead show. You're never going to convince me to go, but I'm just saying.
I think Grateful Dead music's more approachable to a larger group of people. I think they've been around forever. When I ran a restaurant on Saturdays, I would play live Dead shows to people in, in a white collar suburban town. And everybody liked it and enjoyed it because, it rock and roll.
Well, it's not even that it's rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
It's rock and roll. It's it's got a lot from storytelling. There's a lot of storytelling in there. There's a lot of country in there. I think it's easy approachable because of that. I don't think
there's a lot of country.
They're rock and roll.
I think people really like Jerry.
People like Jerry
as a person.
Yeah, people like the sound of Jerry's voice. I get it. I really did not listen to the Dead for a long time. And then I've started to listen to the Dead, and there's a lot of Dead stuff that I really enjoy. It's very easy to listen to. My wife likes listening to it. Phish, it's a lot harder for her to listen to.
Does Bob Weir sing any of those songs?
Almost none of them.
Sorry, Bob.
I'm sorry.
By the way, when you sing Miss You, that's pretty awesome. But
The Prophet. He sings The Prophet, which I like. I like that song.
In the years you're listening to it, is Donna Jean just screeching in the background?
72, motherfucker.
Oh my God.
I think it's 72 or 77. Yeah. What do they call her? Mountain Lady or whatever the hell it is?
Can we get AI to take her off some tracks? Just
yeah, she's crazy.
Dude, shout out, right?
Shout out, motherfucker.
Shout out.
Why'd you say it like that? Shout out, motherfucker.
Shout out, man. I don't know.
What?
I don't want to. I'm not trying to hate on this lady.
She's still alive.
She's part of the history. I know.
She's still alive.
She listens to the show. She's a fan.
She
wrote in. Speaking of people writing in, somebody wrote in an idea for a segment.
Nice.
I'm not sure which day we'll put it in, but they want it, and this is weird, but I liked it. They want us to highlight a singular studio album once a week. So basically, they want you and I to listen to a studio album and then talk about it. So this week, we're going to do Evolve because it's the last one that came out. Last week or the week before, you reminded me that it was released in 2024. And I
heard that they're going to release another album.
Was it from me?
No. It was from somebody at a trade show that I went to.
Well, so that's what I think.
But mind you, I asked him, what shows are you going to during summer tour? And he said Albany. I said, they're not playing Albany. He's like, I'll see you in Albany. I was like, they're not playing.
I think he probably meant Saratoga Springs. It's basically Albany.
I've actually got a question from a fan.
Okay.
Mike Walsh.
Jesus.
What is the song? What is the song most desired at a show and least likely to play?
Are we supposed to answer that now?
I said Ficus.
No.
Ficus.
Lengthwise?
That's not a song.
Horn?
It's a fringe song. Horn's played all the time.
Oh, dude, that's what we were supposed to talk about today. My horn.
Ugh. Nobody wants to talk about that. What do we talk to you about talking about your member?
Oh my God. It's all I bring to the table.
The Jizzmaster 2000 is back.
Dude, you remember the nickname? That means a lot.
I appreciate that, and so does he.
Okay, we were going to talk about what is your guilty pleasure Phish song? And I have one, and it's so bad, and I'm going to admit to it right now. Nobody has to wait until tomorrow. Sing Monica.
Oh, you're such a creep. I mean,
that song is like, it's basically Friends theme song being sung by Phish. And I love it. And they never play it. They never play Sing Monica. I love it when Trey and Paige are going back and forth, which, by the way, I have to redo a take. Last week or the week before, I said I don't really care for Rift in 2025. That's a lie. It's a duet between Trey and Paige. I love it.
I don't know if I have one. My left
Farmhouse?
My left toe.
That's not it can't be a fringe song. It has to be like a hated Phish song. Like Heavy Things could be a guilty pleasure song for sure.
I love Heavy Things.
You do?
I love it. I love it. I told you I love that song. I love Heavy Things. Yeah, that song kills.
All right, he's Matt. I'm Nick. That's his
song.
Guilty pleasure song.
Nice.
This thing is slow.
You're slow.
But that's true.
Yeah, slow to the fucking game.
Back at it.
It's nice.
Soundcheck's in the book. We got by the way, the reason we're doing Mexico is because they're playing Mexico. We didn't talk about that. Seems kind of early to advertise a show in February of next year.
Why? Because it didn't do well last year.
I'm pretty excited about this day in Phish-tree.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
I do hope that
another guilty pleasure song for me is Leaves.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Leaves, for
Backwards
sure.
Down the Number Line would be a guilty pleasure song. Not for you, but for other people.
Nope, not for me, man.
We're going to have to ask the people what their guilty pleasure Phish song is.
Get More Down? No, that's... if I could say that, that would be it, but that's definitely not.